Hollywood happenings. So go ahead and
I forgot. I just got these little shorts.
them little cootie cutters. Go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine. Pull on some lips and pull up a chair because it is time for us to discuss the latest happenings, the latest hot topics in Hollywood. Alright, so we're drinking some Arborita again. This is the other bottle that we bought last time. This is mango margarita. This is one you really wanted, BB. So let's see how it tastes. While we are taking our first sip, go ahead and like this video on YouTube. Make sure that you share it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, BB. Wait for us to toast.
They're always doing that. I like to taste it first.
Golly! Follow the instructions. How did it taste?
It tastes good.
Okay, so let's test. MilanChristopher and Siir from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Ever since last weekend, it's been drama with these two.
I wouldn't say with these two, just Milan.
Well, I mean, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango, BB. And Milan and Siir Block, Miles, whatever the hell his name is, he just ain't doing all this stuff by himself. Make a long story short, I told y'all a long time ago in the wee hours in the morning, the Spirit of the Lord came upon me and he told me to wake my ass up and read MilanChristopher's Instagram. And he went on this whole long tangent about, you know, the boyfriend, Siir Block, and all that kind of stuff like that. They were having issues. Then, about 2 weeks ago, they went on Wendy Williams and they put up a good front, like everything was kosher between them two. And she even asked, you know how messy ass, she asked, well, what's going on with you two? We saw some stuff on Instagram. Miles is like, you know how lovers, they have quarrels they go through with each other. Child, is past Halloween. So then, before we get to Halloween, they shot the reunion last week in New York City as well. So all of them were up in New York. Halloween weekend, shit hit the fan, y'all. All I know is that Milan is saying that
he was attacked.
Miles was attacked by him and some of his squad, some of his homeboys, some of his goons, shall they say. He punched him in the face or whatever the case may be.
I think he was
Milan went and filed charges. Found him in Times Square, pointed him out in the crowd. That's that bitch over there. Lock his ass up. He hit me in the face. And Miles went to jail. Went to jail.
Allegedly.
Allegedly went to jail. So what do you think about all of this back and forth between them?
I think it's stupid.
Why?
You know me, I always keep it real.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
I can't be, I'm not going to be censored no more. I'm just going to say what the fuck I want to say.
Oh,
and I came to that conclusion today. I'm just going to say what it is.
Okay.
I think it's stupid. I think that when you are blessed with an opportunity like this, you know, I understand they both have their stories and stuff like that, but you don't continuously take it to social media and blast every problem that you guys have. From experience, I know, because when you're hurt, oh bitch, I used to do it back in the day.
You still do it.
Okay, no I don't.
You still do it.
No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You did it last week.
No, I did not do
yes, you
last
did.
week.
Anyway,
I fought for my
he
marriage.
one of them bitches
That's
that post and delete,
the
post and delete, post and delete.
Post and delete.
But guess what? This little beautiful thing called screenshots on these phones, huh? That was the best invention they ever
you see, that's
enhancement to the software on the phone.
Big girls are
call me big boy, all you want to, bitch. I ain't no girl.
But anyway, like I was saying was, I feel like, you know, what's going on in your relationship is between you and your lover. It's not meant for the public.
But they're on reality TV.
But I still feel like there's a certain limit, a certain information that you divulge. You don't have to divulge everything. But if you notice, every week, you know, after Love and Hip Hop shows, Milan posts this, post that, post this,
now,
post
Milan,
that. He does that.
I'm like you. I like both of them. You're right. He does that. He has a tendency
He'll
to
be in
take
love one week until Monday comes, and then Monday comes. It's so much they have
Girl,
problems.
what be going on with
and
that?
And then after Monday, they back together, or they in love, they're showing tattoos or their picture together.
Or it could just been fake all the time, because you know they got press junkets, they got press, you know, they got a press tour and things of that nature for the show. The reunion was coming up, all of that good stuff. So maybe they've been faking it all of this time. But Milan, you raise a good point. He do that. You do post stuff. Insinuating things or whatever the case may be.
Post and delete too.
Post and delete or whatever. But lately he's been keeping his shit up or whatever. Now Miles did go on the Breakfast Club early this week and he did.
And you know what? I really don't watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And I never thought they were interesting to me, Milan or Miles. But after watching the Breakfast Club interview, I was like, oh my god, I kind of like Sir Brock. I like his personality. He's like cool and laid back. I just had a preconceived notion. I was like, oh, this queen. But you know, he's actually cool and laid back.
I'ma say this, Milan. Sir Block Miles comes out looking like he's the winner out of all of this because he's cool, he's laid back. He ain't right. He not doing anything. You don't want to be having these tangents and stuff on social media. Now, we don't know if he had hit you, if he got your eye, or whatever the case may be. We don't know. But what his sister had said was on the Breakfast Club that all of this is happening because you're jealous. Because you thought the show was going to be about you. You were bringing Love and Hip Hop into your world and this thing that you got with your boyfriend Miles. But when the producers and everybody got hold of Miles and his story and his struggle with coming out with his family, and then, you know, he said that he didn't intend for Amber to be brought in on the show, it just got very, very messy. And because people can relate to Miles because, you know, he's, I'm not saying he's closeted, but he's coming out and he's coming to himself.
But also,
he becomes a likable character.
But it also, with the, you know, him being a likable character, is not like his force. It's not like he's craving for attention. It's like he's more laid back
and quiet as a kid.
Into
Milan's the one who craves the attention. Right. That's what his sister had said. And girl, you did not have to put a picture of his sister up with Rasputia on Instagram and said all of those mean things about her. Now, all she said was allegedly facts about you. We had already knew you had a sex tape. That wasn't anything new from that particular perspective.
That sex tape was like,
it's a long time ago.
10.
But because he's on the show, you know, it comes back
up your past.
So I don't know what's going on. According to Miles, he's done with you. There's nothing else for him to do. You alluded to the fact that this reunion is going to go down. All of this stuff had happened. I'm not sure if Miles got back together with Amber because I was reading stuff that kind of alluded to that. This whole thing is messy. And although I applaud you two for becoming the first out hip-hop artist mainstream, I really still don't see them as mainstream either. I just hope that this doesn't end up hurting Miles and Milan more than anything else.
I don't know what Brock, but you know what? I definitely want to say this right here. I want some key points to hit on. Brock. What's his name? Sir Brock?
Sir Brock.
Sir Brock. Okay. Miles. I'll just say Miles. When you go on any type of interview and you're a hip hop artist, I'm talking about the Breakfast Club. When somebody asks you to spit, you're supposed to be on it, spit right there on the spot. That's the only way that you can show that your craft, like, yo, take me seriously. This is what I'm here to do. You know, I can spit. You know, at the end of the day,
we want to hear bars.
You know, we want to hear bars. If you really look at the Breakfast Club, Sway in the Morning, any interview where any newcomer or newcomer rapper comes up and they say spit some bars, they always spit because they want to get their music out there. They want to be heard and they want to be taken seriously. You didn't do that. So now it's just making me and other people, and I've read the comments, make it seem like, okay, you're just thirsty and craving for attention.
Because I don't like your music.
No
shade, I don't like it.
I think your music sucks. Milan, your music is horrible too. And
it's a little bit more catchier than Brock's. But that new song he got is garbage.
Yeah, but
no shade. We're just consumers, and we buy the music, and we let you know what we like and what we know. Well, I got the $9.99 Apple Music thing or whatever, and that damn Apple, they charge my card with that shit too. My 3 months gone. But anywho, yeah, I mean that's a good point.
Also, and with Milan, girl, you know, we've run in the same circle for a couple of years now. Well, not more so recently, because you did leave for Hollywood to pursue other things. But I'm not going to say how we run in the same circle. We know the same people. But Miles' sister pointed out, you know, boosting. For boosting, you don't know that means crafting, stealing. And it's like your past is catching up with you, and I'm a very nosy bitch. I really, really am. And us used to run around the same circle, be around the same people. You know, I want to see what the gays have to say about Milan and where he originally started from. So I started digging, and I you know, look at the comments and
viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, and I look at the comments and you know the girls can be catty. Gay people can be catty, especially when they're not happy for you or don't want to see you succeed or doing something that they're not doing. And they brought up your past. And your past, you know, people live and they learn, they move on. But they brought up, you know, escorting, high class.
Well, let's just let the past be the past.
Girl, I got to spill tea. I can't tell one part of the story, not tell the whole thing.
Okay. Spill, child, spill.
Okay. Everyone knows that you used to be a high-end escort. That's originally how he got to LA. Callboy.
Allegedly.
No, this is true. I've seen it in the past. Now I don't do that now.
You spilling tea.
But you know, it's just crazy. My thing is, I would definitely have to say, you know, from the point that I'm making is from what my sister is saying. And from being around you and from the vicinity of running around the same circle that we have in the past, not so more now, it's true. You know, it can come off as true, even if it's just alleged and not true. It can come off as true. I mean, one thing that people are, when you say Milan's name in the ballroom scene or on fan pages, or everything that I read from coming from the gays, he's always been media hungry. He always wanted to be on the spotlight, and he'll do anything to get where he wants.
I mean, but you know what? He's not the only people. A lot of people have done that. T.S. Madison has even said some of the stuff that she's done in the past. It wasn't necessarily so she can be like this mega, you know, star, but she, you know, her past was her past, and it contributed to who he is. So hopefully, I mean, maybe he'll have the opportunity to own those things that he's done.
Yeah, but also, but the only thing that I'm saying is when you're given a platform like this, just be humble, because it can be taken away just like that, and it can be leave you with an egg on your face when all this stuff comes out, and then you may not be on Love and Hip Hop tomorrow or any other platform because of the way that you carry yourself and how you handle things. I feel like when you go on social media and you do these things, nine times I know that drama and stuff sells, but if you really want to get to where you want to get to, people are not going to work with you like, oh my God, he's just known for throwing tantrums. When he doesn't get his way, he got to take it to social media. So I would definitely say just be very careful and be very mindful how you handle it.
Go to the Matthew Knowles School of Media Training, because you need a little bit of that. We'll get to see how this reunion goes or whatever, or how it's going to change the climate of what's going to happen and what's going to go on. I'm interested to continue to see them in the future. We'll see how this goes on next season. They've created enough buzz. They've generated enough buzz, I think, to return next season. Will they be returning as a couple, or will they not be returning as a couple? Who knows? So let's move on. Speaking of gay, so I ran across this story that I found was very interesting earlier this week, actually over the weekend. YusafMack is a boxer. He's a boxer that's from Philly. Pretty.
I love boxing.
He is pretty accomplished boxer. I think he's retired. I'm not 100% sure. He is retired, and he has 10 children, from my understanding. 8. But what had happened was a video that's been out for quite some time, but resurfaced recently, which has him getting his freak on in a little threesome, menage a trois, with 2 other guys. And when I say getting his freak on, I mean everything. He got, you know, dicks in his mouth, and he was bottoming during the video too. Have you seen it?
I tried to see it.
I saw it. Okay, I will show it to you.
Ooh, that was
I was interested, and I saw it. I was just like, oh my God. So the reason this is a story is because when news broke, he told everyone that he was drugged. That he was drugged. And that they took advantage of him, and he woke up on a train with $4,500 in his pocket.
That's just stupid.
And he has no idea what had happened. That was stupid, because if you look at that video, you do not look like you are under the influence of any kind of drugs.
I've seen the pictures. I haven't seen the video.
Or anything. And honey, you was getting down. You was getting down and dirty. You had not 1 dick in your mouth, but you had 2 dicks in your mouth. And I don't even like talking like that on camera or whatever, because, you know, I try to keep it sophisticated and classy and all of that. But then then, when everybody turn up their lip at you like,
Girl, you like,
girl, bye, girl, bye, you recanted your statement and you came up with a new statement and said, and he owned up to it though. He basically said,
I'm bisexual.
I want to, because what happened was, I think it's Dog Pound USA, it's a studio, started to threaten to file a claim against him because he put out basically saying that they drugged him. And they said, no ma'am, you will not do this. That is not true. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed those dicks up your ass and them cocks in your mouth. And so as a result of that, he came out and owned the fact, he said, yes, I'm a quote-unquote bisexual man. He released a statement and everything or whatever, and he's basically owning the fact that he actually did it. Only reason I say he's owning it is because he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. They had video proof. The studio was about to press charges against him and everything like that. But I hate that happened to him because I think a person should always have control over their coming out story. And I'm quite confident if this never surfaced, he would have never ever come out. But I feel sorry for him or whatever because nobody deserves to be outed like that. But I am proud of him that he made the decision to own it instead of continuing to lie. And then now he's just going to move forward and progress. I think because of the fact he's not so much mainstream, this is just going to blow over. But I thought it was an interesting story. That's why I got to be careful. I think things like this is the reason why other gay people in hip-hop
are afraid to come out.
Because of their scandal and stuff like that. So I would encourage all of you rappers and R&B singers or whoever else in the limelight, if you download, you undercover or whatever, you better start making sure that you really can trust the people who you with. And you really can never really trust anybody, but just know if you got videos and all kind of stuff like that.
Be mindful of what you do. If
and who you do something,
do it behind the closed doors in your own
That don't matter.
And also make everybody sign a disclosure.
A non-disclosure
agreement. Yeah, sure.
A lot of breakups going on in Hollywood this past week or whatever the case may be. HalleBerry on her third marriage now, and now is filing for divorce. I think her husband,
Oliver Martinez.
No, it's Olivier. It's
Olivier Martinez.
Olivier Martinez. He was the one who filed for divorce first. What do you think about HalleBerry?
You know, she's one of my beauty icons, and I've always defended her in the past.
So, what about now?
Now I'm like suspect. Now I'm going to give it to you. You were right. You was like, you think something is wrong.
I said
it a long time ago. I have to give her. Because my thing is, when you are the world's, and she has that recognition under her belt, world's most beautiful woman. She's been recognized for it, throughout the years. My thing is, if you're the world's most beautiful woman and the guys are divorcing you, something ain't right there.
David Justice, Eric Benet, Gabriel Aubrey, which I don't think that they were married.
Engaged for
right, exactly.
They're six-year-old daughter.
Exactly. And now Olivier Martinez or whatever. All I'm just saying is, Wendy Williams calls it tick tick boom boom, or you call it Looney Tunes or whatever. And all of the men have something in common. They're not the common denominator. You're the common denominator with them. David Justice actually went to Twitter and kind of vented a little bit.
And then the crazy thing about Eric Benet retweeted and
cosign, pound cosign.
So my thing is,
just take some time.
Now, ever since you said that and when this news broke, I'm kind of starting to see it now. Like, she
look crazy. I said that a long time ago.
She do look like the type. She remind me like a thin line between love and hate.
She look like she be breaking shit around her. Like she'd take this glass and throw it against the wall. And
she do, but no, all jokes aside, she do look like she throw tantrums, or she would throw a tantrum. So
and they said that the men always the ones that come out looking like the bad
because
guy
of her team, and she's an A-list artist.
She is, or whatever.
So they take it and they spin it and make it seem like she's the victim when all in actuality they are the victim. Them bitches in Hollywood are very proud.
Holly, we love you. I still think you're beautiful. I've never been a fan of your work, but with the exception of Losing Isaiah, that's like my all-time favorite movie of yours. You really, to me, displayed your craft, your talent.
I think I fell in love with HalleBerry since Babs. But my thing
I
is,
can't stand that movie.
I love
my cousin JT loves that.
But
movie.
my thing is, Halle. I'm gonna start this new thing on Hollywood Happenings. Stop your shit. Just stop your shit. Just stop your shit.
That's a new segment that we're gonna start doing.
Stop your shit.
Okay, stop it, girl. Take some time. Recuperate. Now, Olivier said he's not going to go back and forth with her over the kid or whatever the case, because she's done that. She's been done already. I remember when Gabriel and Olivier was fighting like 2 years ago.
But, you know, Olivier beat the hell out of Gabriel, though. You seen that picture?
Yes, his eye, because one of
his eyes
was,
and you know,
his daddy has some kind of like training. Or
yeah, but the crazy
like
thing about it is, this is how rich people are in Hollywood. HalleBerry said after they got into that fight, she moved out of $6.8 million home to get a $10 million home because the memories. And that just let me know right there something ain't right. And Wendy Williams did like a recap of bringing every stuff back over and over. And that makes you start to think that she kind of ticky boo.
Yeah, so HalleBerry, just take some time for yourself. Figure out what's going on. Some people like to be married. Jennifer Lopez says she likes the company of a man.
She loves love.
Oh, whatever. But just do that. Don't get married.
Not to make excuses, but just like with Jennifer Lopez and HalleBerry, all these beautiful women, when you're in a spotlight like that, and know both of them have been named the world's most beautiful woman, you're put basically on a pedestal. And you have to be like, okay, since I'm the world's most beautiful woman, I have to have somebody at my shoulder. I have to be married. And I think that with Jennifer Lopez and HalleBerry, I think that they fall in love with the idea of love. And they may think, well, wow, Maurice is showing me attention, so maybe he's the one. Not knowing that people come in your life for reasons and seasons, but they really don't see it like that. They basically have a persona to keep up.
It's hard.
And so I think that that's where a lot of them mess up. You have to really think about it like that when they keep these seasonal people in their lives, expected lifetime expectations, and they're divorced after 74 days, 42 days, a month.
But that's the price that you pay when
you jump in something too quick. And you have the media, and you have everybody looking at you and expecting so much from your relationship.
Another person who broke up this week, and we still don't know all the details, but RickRoss and his girlfriend, her name is Lyra Galore. I don't know what her name is.
I think she's a beautiful girl. I knew that wasn't gonna last anyway.
Everybody says that.
I knew that wasn't gonna last.
But she had like a $300-something rock on her finger. Oh no, I'm saying that rock was beautiful. It's been said allegedly that he's taken it back and he's removed all of her pictures and stuff from his Instagram and things like that. Now, she said that she's always been in love with RickRoss. Even when she was younger, she was infatuated with her mom. Said that her and her mom are some kind of newfangled. They're like a new age mom and daughter duo, whatever the case may be. But I remember like 2 weeks ago, some pictures surfaced
of Meek Mill.
With her, with Meek Mills. Now, it could have just been an innocent picture. You know how sometimes you post up on people. But it's been said that she done kind of ran through the squad just a little bit. I'm not out here to gossip, so you ain't heard none of this from me. But I'm just saying, go look it up. Go look it up on the internet. It's there. But I hate that happened to her because they seem like they was really in love with one another. But you got to move slow. And then
they jumped too quick.
Yeah.
Only after a month, really.
Yeah, but see, that's I don't know. That's how social media and the media, displays marriage these days. It's just about, oh, I'm gonna love you for the next 2 or 3 years, and then I'm washing my hands clean of you. And that's what's happening even now. And people who are not famous, people are not taking the institution of marriage very seriously.
Yeah,
like it did when our parents and my grandparents and stuff.
Courting. No one does that anymore.
But you know what? I get so sick and tired of people. There's some really good people out there.
Yeah. But the thing is, they mess it up.
For example, tonight on Empire, when Becky, Gabby Sidibe, was laid up with old skinny dude, people's like, even Gabby getting laid or whatever the case may be, I can't find nobody. I think that's because sometimes people are so shallow in what they're looking for. There are a lot of good people out there. Everybody isn't going to always be what you want or expect them to be.
And you know what the thing is, nowadays everyone's looking for the next best thing. People don't want to commit. People,
they want the finest thing on their shoulder.
People are afraid of actually committing, and then also you have a lot of Yeah, and then you also have a lot of hurting people out there. You never
hurting people. Right.
So I think that, you know, now, to be honest with you, I think that now if we don't wake up as a society as a whole with this whole love thing and, you know, loving someone else, I think it's going to be sad for the future. I really, really do. Because
families
it's like, you know,
people just having babies out of wedlock,
or even,
and then everybody gay,
beautiful mistakes. Even the gays can't get shit together in relationship.
The Lord gonna come back and say, you know what, to hell with all of y'all. Whatever. He just gonna wipe the earth clean and just start all over again. Hopefully that won't happen. And last but not least, another breakup that's really catching a lot of headlines is MasterP and his wife. And they've been married for several years. They have like a army of children, a football team of kids. But it's a very, very nasty divorce because of the fact that she's seeking a large chunk of his empire, saying that, you know, well, he wouldn't be where he was today if it wasn't for me holding down the kids. I saw a recent interview that said otherwise. He's saying otherwise. My kids are always with me. You ain't the one that ain't got the kids.
But you know what? With divorces, you never know who's telling the truth or who's telling a lie, because divorces bring out the ugliness and
then you have to,
especially when it's dealing with a lot of money. And
celebrities, a lot of money. And then it's so funny because I was looking at Scandal, catching up on Scandal when I got back, and Fitz and what's his wife's name? Oh God, Fitz and Melly. They were doing their own divorce or whatever. They were sitting down and they were trying to be as amicable as possible. But it's, you know, it's a nasty situation because MasterP's wife was actually trying to sue their son Romeo because she feared or believed. He's not
on her side.
No. She feared that MasterP was hiding some of his assets in Romeo's name. So she wanted to go. So basically it's like, okay, BB, I'm about to put maybe about $30 million in your account. So just hold on to that. Don't ask no questions. Just hold on to that for your daddy. Or whatever the case may be. And I don't know if mama got wind. I don't know if mama got access to, you know, Romeo's checking accounts or money market accounts or CDs or whatever the hell they have, trust funds. But she also believed that he was hiding money for her as well. So catch this juice. Last week, a story broke that said Miss Oprah Winfrey had a son. There was a secret son out there. Now, remind you, this is not the first time people have tried to say that Oprah has given birth. But there's one particular young man by the name of, his name is Calvin Mitchell. So many, many years ago, Oprah was on the set of a movie. And she was intrigued, or, you know, kind of sat down and had a conversation with this young boy by the name of Calvin. She was so drawn to him, and she, you know, she took a liking to him and things of that nature. And what had happened was she started investing into this young man. She got him into a private school, you know, but what had happened, she helped his mom get a job to get them out of the ghetto. But what happened was the young boy wasn't waking up for school. So her and Stanton was like, well, you know, the school called Oprah, ring. Oprah, you done paid all this money for this boy, but he ain't been coming to school.
Girl, where you at?
Right.
So they went and bought clocks?
Yeah, so they went to the hospital. What's going on, Calvin and Calvin's mama? So they noticed that they ain't had no clocks in their house. So Oprah and Stanton went and bought clocks. Or whatever the case is. The boy still wasn't doing good. So Oprah found another school for this young boy, I think in Mississippi. It's like a boarding school.
And she told them, she said, look, if I present you with this opportunity, there's no more schools.
This is a pivotal point for your life.
This is it.
Oh, well, she felt that if she removed him from his environment, he would be more successful. Well, he went down there, nobody liked him and things of that nature. He didn't go finish the school or whatever the case may be, so that was it. So Oprah was recently on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or one of them shows or whatever the case may be. And he approached her.
Ambushed her.
Ambushed her. Or whatever.
And you, I know the picture that I love was when she was walking. She's like, hello, how are you? And she's like, once she realized it was ambush, she was like,
She didn't know who he was at first. When she looked into his eyes, she said she saw the same look that she saw in the little boy or whatever the case may be. So apparently, he had been partnering with some tabloids. So it was this ambush outside of the studio. Oprah's like, no, I'm not having it, or whatever the case may be. Apparently, she was hurt.
But still, but also, is where you can tell, like, even though she's hurt by it, she's still a good person. Even though she didn't want to have anything to do with him at the moment, she just also, her people back, get his number.
Yeah.
And once she actually figured out it was an ambush and the stuff that she was trying to do, and she had no, you know, she didn't want to talk to him.
But how stupid can you be? I mean, but now, Oprah, I will say this. I know some kids are young. They don't know no better. You know, even 16, 17-year-olds, they don't know no better. So maybe he wasn't able to really embrace or recognize the opportunity that you gave him. Some kids are more mature than others. But it's sad. Like, how he has to feel real stupid. Not saying that money is about everything. You know, everything isn't about money, but this is Oprah Winfrey. You know, this is someone who invited you into her world, gave you not one chance, but a second chance, or maybe even a third chance. We still don't know all the details to the story, but she wanted to know, why did you go to the tabloids? What were you trying to accomplish? So you sold her out for a couple of $100, maybe a couple $1,000 or whatever the case may be, and here your life could have been completely different if you just would have complied and even if you really wanted to get on the bus.
Yeah, and also just like you said, you didn't want to mean any harm at first. You just wanted to get in contact with her. I think that the outcome could have been better if the way that you handled it.
Now, let me tell you somebody else who need to write letters to a lot of people and apologize. They need to stop their shit. TLC. Now, TLC, if you remember, I don't know if it was early this year or last year, they came to the people, they came to the public and said, we need some help. We're a little broke. Well, we may not be necessarily broke, but we ain't got enough money to produce our own album.
We got money.
Right.
You must be a scene chiller house.
So they decided to come to the people, to the public, to the fans, and ask them for support in producing this album. So they got a Kickstarter, GoFundMe, all them shit's the same, and I don't like none of them. So they apparently raised almost $430,000, over $430,000, and told everybody that the album was going to be out in September.
I forgot all about that.
Well, guess what month this is? November. We in damn November, and we ain't seen no album yet. So Twitter went up in flames over the weekend because it's like, where's this album that y'all promised us? Y'all are 2 months behind. Y'all was supposed to be sending a handwritten letter to all of these people who had, you know, donated and supported. People gave thousands of dollars. People gave $10. People gave $5. People gave stuff. They gave money. Their hard-earned money for you guys.
They need to pay their tithes.
Right. Ain't paying their tithes and offerings, but they sitting there giving y'all some money to help y'all with this album. That ain't seen the light of day. So we just want to know. Where's the damn album? Stop the shit.
To be honest with you, TLC, stop your shit. So now it's making me realize that Pebbles, I'm starting to agree with Pebbles a little bit more now. But y'all couldn't keep up with your damn money.
Kids back then.
But still.
This is different.
But you know what? I just don't know, because you know, also being nosy too. I started scrolling. Chili, her ass always working out in the gym. I ain't never seen no pictures of posted about being in no studio.
In the studio, making.
And I know that they are on tour with
Oh, I didn't know that.
What was that big huge white boy group back in the day?
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block, Nelly, TLC. I know that they're on tour. They're
but you can record when you're on tour.
But the thing is,
that's when the energy is going.
Yeah, and you know most artists. Yeah, you know most artists. You can see them recording on their tour.
Yeah, Meek Mills did that. Well, wait a minute. Because if he did that whack ass diss track while he was on tour, maybe they need to wait until there ain't no tour.
Okay,
don't need no whack ass
going back to the drawing board.
Right, exactly. But TLC, come on, girl, y'all need to get it together. People are still rooting for y'all. All y'all need to do is come up with some kind of statement or update the people.
I don't think it's, you know,
update the people and let the people know, or give people their damn money back.
But you know what? To be honest with you, I think with certain artists, and this is just my personal opinion, I think with certain artists and names, that people can make a comeback. I don't think that TLC could necessarily make a comeback and be influential like they were back in the day, because
you think because Left Eye's gone?
That's one of the reasons. And then also it's like, couldn't they really keep up with today? What is it for you guys to sing about? What am I buying into? Because nowadays no one's really buying music. And you really have to get in touch with the younger generation. And all the thing that the younger generation is interested in is in booty popping and twerking and stuff like that.
Ooh! Ooh! Ain't nothing moving back there.
and you guys are all past your twerking age. Now, not saying that you can't do it because you guys look great, but I just think that, you know, I think that they should...
As Wendy said, they are women of a particular age.
To be honest with you, I just think that instead of making the album, I think that they should at least take it to Atlantic City for like 2 months. They're not even that... I don't think they could be able to sell out Vegas shows like that. People come from all world to see them. They have extended residencies. But I do think that they can just do Atlantic City for maybe 2 or 3 months, you know.
I mean, who knows? It'll be people my age or a little older.
Yeah, they'll come out to those shows. But I'm talking about far as album sales. I don't buy no tickets to go either. I watch it on YouTube. But as far as album sales, girls, no. I think that Chili, you should just sit down and try to find you a man. I still think that you're still acting out because of the whole Usher situation.
Oh my God, this is years ago.
Yeah, but she's still bitter because she still ain't found a man yet. Whatever happened to Everybody Loves Chili? That reality show.
Nobody was watching it. Just like nobody's probably going to be checking it.
And just like nobody's going to be buying the music.
I mean, if they get a good producer, they get some good, you know, some good producers, they might get some good tracks, BB. They might get 1 or 2 good tracks or whatever. And this is supposed to be their last album, so it's not like they're going to try to come back after this, but we need to see some fruits. We need some fruits of Halle. We need to see this shit come to fruition. That's all that we're asking. And the last thing that we're going to talk about today, someone else who made a comeback, Nene Leakes.
Oh!
Nene Leakes announced, or it was announced, that she is returning home to the Housewives of Atlanta.
And also, I just found out some tea on that. She will be back only at the end, like only for 4 episodes. Basically, she's just gonna close out the season.
Right.
But she's not gonna be holding a peach. But she's just gonna close the season out.
They better add her ass to the opening credits. The last.
But yeah, I see it. Oh, now if they do that, now that she's.
Oh, they can do special guest stars.
Yeah.
Shit like Heather.
But anyway, I know that's gonna come though. But seriously though, $2 million to come back, and they beg you to come back.
Not even for a full season, but just the last 4 episodes.
4 episodes and a reunion.
It's crazy because, you know, the girls were in Jamaica, and according to, you know, news outlets, they had no idea that Nene was gonna pop up. I find that very, very hard to believe.
I believe it because, you know, Candy just did an interview today, and they asked her how did she feel about
it. But she was, I don't think she
wasn't there. But I'm just saying.
What did she say?
She was in shock. She said she didn't see that coming. She was blindsided just by everybody else. Yeah. So it's possible that they couldn't have told her. So they reached back out to Nene last month and asked her about it. She declined a couple of times, and then when the price is right, she said,
"Come on down."
The bitch came on down.
I'm home.
But just imagine all of us sitting, or just imagine everybody sitting down at a table. You know, in Jamaica, we almost done rapping, filming the season, and everybody thinking that they got their storylines and everything together, and here's the head bitch in charge that
4 more weeks.
Was going.
We need y'all for 4 more weeks because we need some more footage once we get back. Now Kenya was a little messy
as usual,
because apparently after everything was done, said and done, on one night after they had, you know, dinner or whatever, she took to Twitter and took a screenshot of, she tried to write Nene on Twitter, and it showed that she was blocked. But Nene, you know, Nene clapped back and was like, Kenya, stop your shit. I do follow you. But she had just followed Kenya at that particular moment. So I'm interested to see what this season is going to give. We want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Hollywood Happenings. Again, make sure that you share this video, like it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that good stuff, because you know we're trying to come on up. You got anything you need to say?
No.
What is all of that? Is that your acting? You're practicing your acting?
Yeah.
Girl, bye.
We live in the day, talking right.